Good evening, Moteo, once again. Well, there are a lot of people who are expecting a lot of different things. And one of the organizations that is quite important is the Financial and Fiscal Commission. They are the ones who are given the responsibility of making sure that government and the National Treasury practice some financial prudence. They are actually careful with the money they have, and they spend the money in the right places. And I'm joined now by Dr. Nombeko Mbava, who is the chairperson of the Financial and Fiscal Commission. Dr. Mbava, thank you for your time. You are one of the organizations that actually are asked to contribute to what the National Treasury needs to look out for ahead of every budget speech, be it in February or the mid-term budget. You recently contributed writing to the National Treasury ahead of this MTBS amongst a number of issues. What were the big issues for you that you told the National Treasury should actually look out for as far as this mid-term budget is concerned?
No, thank you so much, Xolani, for the opportunity. The Financial and Fiscal Commission made its recommendations to government on the equitable share, how money in government should be divided. One of the key issues that we have made as a recommendations is to look at the productivity of the public sector. We found that the public sector has a lot of wastage. A lot of money is not being spent prudently and effectively. We have also made recommendations to government on the way in which unemployment can be addressed. We've also made recommendations on how smallholder farmers can also be supported to converge and work together with large-scale farmers. We've made various recommendations, and we believe that this medium-term budget policy statement in 2024 under the new government of national unity heralds a new era in the policies of government in terms of budget planning. However, in spite of that, we still see a lot of stagnant economic growth in the economy. One of the areas where there is ineffectiveness is the issue of youth unemployment. We see that the unemployment as a whole in the last quarter, about 33.5%. Unemployment, and the growth of the economy as well. In the last quarter, the economy is growing at a slow pace. However, we see now that with the inflation rate that is going down, we see some green shoots in the sense that now the other sectors of the economy, like the housing, the services sectors, the hotel sectors, they are actually showing some green shoots. So we project that the economy next year might grow to 1.3%. We also note that the IMF also sees a growing economy as well.
Dr. Mbava, you actually made recommendations, as you said, on the economic front. How do you say that the government could do more in terms of unemployment? What is it that you are saying government could do in terms of putting that dent on the high unemployment levels that we have in the country?
Because we have high unemployment, we have seen that young people between the ages of 15 to 34, they are now migrating towards the SRD grant. And we believe that that is not a sustainable solution. So we are saying to government, we need to work with the private sector and actually create programs where young people can actually work and then migrate away from the SRD grant, because the SRD grant is not sustainable. We feel that young people can be included in the economy. So we want government to have private-public partnerships when it comes to unemployment, create programs where young people can go and learn while still receiving the SRD grant, but when they graduate from those programs, they can go into gainful employment
and become employable. One of the things that you say in those recommendations is how the infrastructure of this country is deteriorating, where be it road, be it rail, be it ports. The logistics sector has been the one that has been impacted on that front. What do you say as the FFC government should do on the infrastructure side of things, because that is tied to our economic fortunes?
Infrastructure is critical, as you rightfully say. Transnet primarily is the economic engine of the country. And if Transnet is not effective, therefore it means that the economy as a whole can come to a standstill. So Transnet is a binding constraint to the economy if it's not effective. We note that Transnet recently has received a loan of about 23 billion rand from the South African Development Bank. But what we are saying is that that loan is fine, is good, but what needs to happen is that it must be monitored as to how it is spent. Because if that loan is not spent properly, it means that now government must come back and bail out Transnet and pay back that money to the bank.
Dr. Mbava, thank you so much for your time. The chairperson of the Financial and Fiscal Commission, the body that is tasked with the responsibility of making sure that the National Treasury spends its money prudently and wisely, is saying that there is a lot that government can do. And this particular juncture in South Africa's history, where we have a government of national unity, presents opportunities and some of those hindrances as well. And they are saying that a lot can be done by the government to ensure that there is a dent on unemployment that is high now at 33.5%, and making sure that the economy also grows in that particular period. Back to you in studio.